Today I want to talk about the best meal plan to lose fat faster. Because no matter how much we may try, we can't out-exercise our diet. Trust me, I've tried. If we want the best and fastest fat loss results possible, we need to dial in our diet to complement our workouts. Let's take a look at what truly makes a diet effective for fat loss. Daily, it seems a new diet arises claiming to be the secret to all of our struggles. They promise us fast fixes, instant results. But if it sounds too good to be true, guess what? It is. No matter what dietary preference you choose, from paleo to vegetarian to low-fat to keto, macronutrients and how you create your calorie deficit through your macro breakdown is what makes a diet truly work. There are no magic fat loss foods, and cutting out whole food groups just because someone said to isn't a sustainable plan, especially if you happen to love the food you have to cut out. If you want lasting fat loss results, you've got to dial in your macros to create a calorie deficit that keeps you feeling fueled, while still allowing you to enjoy the foods you love. Because if your diet feels like a horrible chore and if it doesn't fit your lifestyle, no matter how healthy it is, you aren't going to be able to stick with it. And fat loss requires consistency with your plan. The key is finding something that doesn't cause you to feel super restricted so that you want to rebel. As you create the perfect plan for you, consider these 4 key things. Number 1, create a smaller calorie deficit. While it's so tempting to try and do more to speed up results, like working out harder while eating less, this aggressive calorie deficit will ultimately backfire, especially the closer you are to your goal. Not only can it lead to us feeling hungry and moody, or as I like to say, hangry, but it can also cause us to catabolize more muscle tissue and actually lose fat slower. It can lead to hormonal issues and quicker metabolic adaptations. And often, simply the fact that we always feel hungry can cause us to give up on the plan. So if you want to maximize your fat loss results while minimizing muscle loss, don't go too aggressive with the calorie deficit. While conventional wisdom says to cut your maintenance calories by up to 500 per day to lose 1 pound per week, which is safe and sustainable weight loss, you may start with a more moderate deficit, especially to start, of only 250 calories. Even consider adjusting your macro ratio before you really start slashing calories lower, because as much as we are told they are, calories are not all created equal. Number 2, focus on protein first. While yes, weight loss in its simplest form is about calories in versus calories out, only focusing on a calorie deficit can often lead to lackluster results. Studies have shown that not only can increasing protein lead to better fat loss results, even while in a calorie surplus, but increasing protein can also help you retain and even gain muscle while in a deficit. By focusing on getting more protein with each meal, you can help yourself achieve better body composition while feeling full and fueled, in part due to the higher thermic effect of protein, which helps increase energy expenditure and create that calorie deficit. So don't fear getting bulky by adding in more protein. It may be what you need to actually look leaner. Number 3, adjust carbs and fat based on your workout routine and what you enjoy. While so many popular diets emphasize adjusting carbs or fat, studies have shown that when protein is kept constant, neither a lower fat nor a lower carb diet is really superior. That actually what impacts the results seen in the studies is actually the amount of protein, with the higher protein ratio always coming out superior. How you adjust your carbs and fat may be dependent on the type of training you do, your overall activity level, and simply the types of foods you enjoy. Specific medical conditions may even make one optimal for you and your health. The key is making sure you feel fueled and that you can sustain the plan you choose. For example, choosing to go no carb if you love carbs will ultimately backfire. Same thing if you're an endurance athlete. You won't want to cut your carbs super low. Whereas if you aren't really training intensely or even at all right now, you might want to decrease the carbs and instead go slightly higher fat. Number 4, plan in the foods you love. When most of us first start making diet changes, often the first thing to go is the foods we love the most, our salty snacks or sweet treats. We cut these foods out because we know they aren't good for us. However, this often backfires as it is also the thing we want the most, and we therefore miss having it in our diet. So when we do indulge because we can't take the restriction any longer, we often overeat. That's why it's key we either find healthy alternatives that satisfy us, or even start by planning in the foods we love first. The diet that will be the most sustainable and ultimately help us achieve the best results is the one that helps us lead a healthier version of our lifestyle, not one that tries to live up to someone else's standard of clean. Because I'm a dessert person, I will often plan in the dessert I'm craving first and work backwards from that meal. That way I can hit my ratios, make tweaks to other meals, but also not feel restricted. So when first starting out, strike that balance and don't feel you have to cut out all the things you enjoy. Work around them while maybe adjusting things you aren't as attached to.